Many more. I never can count on my many. Okay, Tatiana, I can't count on my, and then many, do you mean, I'm not sure what you mean by many. I can't count on my, and then something. Instead of I never can, you can just say I can't count on. And then whoever it is you're referring to. Okay? Okay, the next one, cut back on. To cut back on something. Again, we can't separate. Oh, yes, Tatiana, that's good. I can't count on my money. Very good. Okay, so cut back on something. It means to reduce the amount you're eating or reduce the amount you're consuming. Consume less. So to cut back on something, here's an example sentence. My doctor wants me to cut back on sweets and fatty foods. I cut back on fat food recently. Or fatty food. Fatty food. Or if you mean fast food, Sergey, either one for the adjective. What else have you cut back on? Or what else should you cut back on? Anyone else want to try? Cut back on something. Anything else you've cut back on? I want to save up money. That's why I cut back on my expenses. Great, Evgenia. That's a really good example. Yep. Anyone else? So it's usually something that's maybe negative. Oh, there I see. I should cut back on smoking. I cut back on meat. Good, exactly. Great, good sentences. Anything that often we use it for things that aren't good for us that we need to cut back on. It doesn't mean quit completely, just not consume as much. All right, the next one, another cut word, cut in. Cut in means to interrupt something. Cut in. You can cut into a conversation. You can cut into a cue or a line. Our sample sentence, your father cut in while I was dancing with your uncle. How could we use that one? Cut in. And again, this one we can't separate. You don't put any word in between cut and in. You cut in. You cut in line. You cut in on a conversation. You should never cut into a cue. Yes, you should respect the cue, as Sergey wrote. Sorry to cutting up, but I need your help. Okay, Evgenia. Sorry to cut in. Sorry to cut in instead of cutting up. And that's a good one. So if two people are talking, Evgenia, and you say, sorry to cut in, you cut into their conversation. Okay? Svetlana, I won't cut in. Oh, you can say, I didn't want to cut in. Good. That's good, Svetlana. Yes. I didn't want to cut in. So maybe there's people dancing or people talking and you don't want to interrupt. I didn't want to cut in, so I didn't go over and talk to them.